yeah, let it, yeah. Move, yeah. You my little baby boo, yeah. I love you, still rich. Fall in love with her. She just wanna be in VIP with her. Don't know what the game made me, not what the fame made me. I won't let it change me. I'm the same man.
I stay myself, I never change. Yeah. Dirty soul to treat me like a stain. Yeah.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. Going deep for Diggs. He's got a man, complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. On first down, Murray. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
Has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
They go with Murray again. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Up here after the run on 2nd down. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tyvon Branch. He's at the 30. The 20. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So the offense taking over in just a second. But You know, last year, going off the script a little bit, so much talk around Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, who would go one, who would go two, and will they pan out? Well, this year, they are both panning out really well.
They certainly are, and they went 1 and 2. Jared Goff, number 1 to the Rams. Wentz, number 2 to the Eagles. Wentz became the starter as a rookie, played all 16 games, and here in the second season, a lot of MVP talk surrounds him, and rightly so. Jared Goff got left behind, only started 7 games as a rookie, didn't play that well. Many people want to use the B word on him for bust. Not at all. He's playing at a really high level. The Rams are in first place. He might not be in the MVP talk, but how about most improved player in the league?
Defense showing blitz. The second down throw for Bridgewater. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jared McKinnon there. And now it's third down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now Bridgewater. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Frosty Rucker in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Second down, Bridgewater. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 40. They're going to run it with Murray. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a big run for AP. 43 yards on the ground. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Peterson. Able to power through. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
When that works, your offensive coordinator looks like a genius. When it doesn't, it leaves folks saying, what are you doing? Down here, I'd rather have my tailback running off tackle than something off the radar like this.
This time he'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Troy Nicholas, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Before we see this next possession, you and I were talking before the game about the AFC playoff picture. You got the Pats and the Steelers at 7-2. Those are your best records in that conference. Chiefs at 6-3. Really, they're running away with the AFC West.
Yeah, and that's a surprise, isn't it? Because in preseason, well, I shouldn't say all, but most of us probably thought the AFC West was the toughest division in football. But Denver has fallen off the pace. The Raiders have been a little bit of a disappointment, and the Chargers just can't gain traction. So right now, it's Kansas City's division to lose. And if they get home field, could you imagine all those teams having to visit Kansas City? One of the best atmospheres in the game.
Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, on that incompletion, let's discuss San Francisco. They're off the schneid. They beat the Giants, so both of those teams now 1-8. Cleveland, the only remaining winless team in the NFL.
And again, for them to get out of the #1 pick sweepstakes, because no one really wants to have that, right? Here's our upcoming schedule. Talk about Cleveland. Jacksonville at Cincinnati, at Los Angeles Chargers, Green Bay, Baltimore, at Chicago, at Pittsburgh. Where's the win?
I think they're going to win this week.
You like them this week against Jacksonville?
They're at home.
I like that one. I'm identifying Baltimore down the stretch.
Oh, you got Baltimore down the stretch. We'll see. I think Cleveland, this is the week. 9 yards on the play and a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. To throw, Bridgewater. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Well, let's make a pivot here. We're in the midst of Week 11, Charles. NFC picture right now for the playoffs. You got the Saints, Vikings, and Rams at 7-2. Eagles' best record in football at 8-1. What are you seeing out of that side?
Well, I'm seeing the things that you're seeing. Those teams setting the pace, and I'm not sure how.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Josh Morrow able to get him for a loss of about 3. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. They'll run the counter with Murray. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. first down. Here's a run with Peterson. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let's go! 190! 190!
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from the desert after this.
All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stanton, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Give him 30 yards there.
We saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looking to throw on second down. Stanton. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they're able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Lets it fly for Thielen. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And now it's second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he's got some space here. Latavius Murray. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now they'll run. Murray. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Latavius Murray as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some...
Through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson, 70 yards, and the Cardinals have taken the lead. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Escaping the pressure. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. That was second down run for Murray. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll run here. It's Murray. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They'll try and run with Murray. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. To throw is Bridgewater. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. They run again with Murray. He's seen a ton of action tonight. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Murray. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now, the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Here's Bridgewater. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go! Ryan 38!
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Here we go! One,
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. From the gun, Stanton. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They're going to try and throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 19 yards there on the pickup. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. On first down, Stanton. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown, and that'll bring up second down. Well, with that pass falling incomplete, let's have some fun. You know, last week we talked about all the celebrations we're seeing across the NFL. How about the sack race 2 weeks ago that the Chiefs
Kelce?
did? Yeah, how about that?
That was pretty good. And he scored the touchdown. So they must have known whoever scored the touchdown, they would allow that person to win the sack race. The other one stumbled and fell. I thought that was fun and somewhat original. How about this past week in the game that I saw, Washington and Minnesota?
Oh, the leapfrog.
Yeah, they played leapfrog after, I believe, an Adam Thielen touchdown. So that was a lot of fun. But Stephon Diggs, he doesn't know quite the rules sometimes pop up. He went trying to Velcro himself to the goalpost after a touchdown.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ben Gideon from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10.
Here we go now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. To throw on second down. Stanton. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Ben Gideon in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
Now let's go. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stanton. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Ben Gideon bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Here's Andy Lee now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind He hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that Latavius Murray. Touchdown, Vikings. Latavius Murray, 82 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 20. Call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Looking to throw on second down. Stanton going for the deep ball. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And the wideout in motion. On 3rd and 2. Stanton caught right side. Gresham. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They give it off here to the tight end. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. They give it to Peterson. AP still got it. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied, see if they can get the ball back for the offense. They run again on first down. Peterson. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
I'm wondering, partner, if they might need to sub him out for a play or two, because after that long run he just had on the previous play, he might not have all of his breath back.
Yeah, and they went right back to that well. Different result. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On second down, Peterson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Handoff comes to Peterson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. To throw on second down. Stanton, and the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Now we're going to go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Cardinals on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Andre Ellington, his first carry. And they'll get him down right about the 20. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Well, now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so. But this one's not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
And now out comes Minnesota. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. A handoff. It's Murray. And some room to roam now. That good for 22 and a first down. Very much in range for a tying field goal as they hurry to the line. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Offense working with a 2nd and goal now from the 3. This is Murray. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Latavius Murray with time running out. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Forbath out to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. He finds an opening past the 40, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now they burn the timeout, and they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see. And he's got room. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow.